Bitcoin fell down to the 83,000 region again. In this episode, we're going to cover how low can Bitcoin go, or will we get a bounce from here? Welcome back to FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Right now, it's about 3:05 p.m. Eastern time, and the price of Bitcoin is currently at 85,458. And before we do the top-down analysis, I just wanted to go over this winning trade. I had given you guys about 2 days ago a possible diamond pattern to the downside on the 1-hour chart. I gave you guys the measured move taking us to about 86,967. Not only did we hit that measured move, but we actually went down as low as 83,822. So congratulations to whoever took that trade. This is a big win for the FlexCandle community. All right, guys, so let's go over now the monthly candle. For this candle, we opened at $109,608 for November. We went as high as 111,250. We dropped down as low as 80,600, and we ended up closing at 90,360. We closed above the 21 moving average. Now that's currently at 87,482. Immediately after that close, we started dropping down. Like I said, we went down to about 83,800, and now we're below this 21 moving average. Here on the stochastics RSI, I was thinking we were going to do maybe a double bottom here, but we actually dropped down a lot further down than what I expected. And to me, this is pretty good because as soon as we could reset here, this gives us the chance of coming up. Of course, we could drag for a while like we did here, but eventually we would come up. I'm not expecting us to start coming up on these stochastics until sometime next year. You know, they are changing Jerome Powell, I believe in April or May. So maybe by then we could get some type of a bounce up. Let's see what ends up happening with that. Now, the weekly candle closed also. This was our third candle that closed under the 50 moving average, 1, 2, and 3. Even though it was a green candle, we are still below the 50 moving average. So we are in bear market territory. Immediately after we created a red candle, we went to test the 100 moving average at 84,131. As you can see, we are still not reset here on the stochastics RSI, and the RSI is pointing down. If we break this 100 moving average, which I think we probably will end up doing, we're going to go towards this 200 moving average. Now, before there, we have a line of defense, and it's going to be this VRVP. As you can see, we're at this level here. If we break down, there's really nothing here holding us up. So the next line of defense will be this shelf here, and that takes us down to about 68,000. That will be before reaching the 56K mark on the 200 moving average. So we have this level. Maybe from here we could get a bounce. I am expecting us to at some point at least touch somewhere in the 70Ks. Maybe we start going a little sideways here for a little bit and then create some type of bear flag and fall down. Let's see what ends up happening there. Now we head over to the other time frames. We see that on the 3-day time frame we were on the way up, but now we zoom in on the stochastics RSI. I don't know, I'm starting to see a little curvature, so I'm thinking something like this is going to happen where we might dip down again, and we just lost a 200 moving average. This is bearish. No, we got above it, which was good, but after we got this wick here on the last candle, this one is a big red engulfing candle. We still have a day and 4 hours before this closes. We close this below the 200 moving average. Unfortunately, I believe we will be going to that 77K region here and testing this 200 moving average on the 4-day. We lose that, then the next line of defense will be the 5-day, which will be at 67K. Ultimately, I feel like we will eventually hit this. I'm not sure if this month, but sometime pretty soon. Now, on the 2-day chart, the stochastics were on the way up. I'm also starting to see a little curve here. The RSI is also rolled over. Maybe we could double bottom and come up. We are still a little far from the 21 moving average. That's currently at 98,942. But at this point, I believe we're just probably going to go sideways, wait for this 21 moving average to catch up to price, and then probably roll over. On the daily chart, that's basically what ended up happening. We waited for the 21 moving average to touch price, and then we just rolled over. I was hoping this could have been an inverted head and shoulder, left shoulder, head, and then right shoulder, but we never got above this 21 moving average. We're getting rejected. Stochastics are toppy. It looks like we might have further downside. What could save us is if we double bottom here at 80,000, and then maybe we could come and test this 50 moving average. That's another possibility, but we would have to see how things play out. Right now, I am expecting more downside since the stochastics are toppy. 22-hour chart is confirming that we are already rolling over, so it looks like there is more downside. 12-hour chart, more downside on the stochastics. 10-hour, we got to the bottom. We're starting to reset. Let's see if we can make a bounce, but maybe it's only going to be to this 21 moving average at 89,497. Then we possibly get rejected there. 8-hour chart, we still have more room to continue coming down. On the 4-hour chart, we are reset here, so we could start turning back up, or we could drag here, but there's no strength here. We never really got above the 21 moving average with strength. If we do go up, I'm I'm only expecting us to test the 21 moving average once again, like around 89,500, and then possibly rolling over from there. On the 1 hour chart, this is where we had that beautiful diamond pattern that played out. Right now, we're starting to get toppy. We are close to the 21 moving average, so I wouldn't be surprised if this also drops some type of bear flag here. Even though the angle's kind of weird, it does look like we might be heading for more downside. On the 45-minute chart, we can see that we're also getting toppy. We're trying to get above this 21 moving average. We would have to see if we got the strength to make it to the 50, but if we do make it to the 50, that's only at 88,444. So I'm expecting some type of a little short-term bounce, but I'm not expecting us to get above $90,000. I think we'll get stuck around 89K. Same thing here, 30-minute chart, we're getting toppy. We're breaking the 21 moving average, so the next line would be the 50. That's at 86, 87K. And on the 15-minute chart, stochastics are toppy. We were rolling over. We're trying to see if we could roll back up. We just broke the 21. We're trying to get above the 50. Can we make it back above this 200 moving average? That's at 89,000. If we get rejected here, expect more downside. All right, guys, so that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, subscribe. And if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.